Berwick Mitsubishi. My name is Nathan and today we're going to be doing a walk around video on this 2015 MY16 VF Series 2 in a ute, and it is in this beautiful red color, so you know it's going to add an extra 20 kilowatts. I'm joking, it doesn't. But what we'll do is run through the condition of the vehicle and point out some of the little extra features on this car itself. So taking a look at that front bar, now it is a Series 2 front bar, so you've got those beautiful front parking sensors integrated and color matched to the front of the vehicle. All your chrome garnishes along the front still stand out beautifully and they do present really well. Now I will note there's no real damage to the front of the car, and just touching under the bottom there, generally it'll tell you how carefully the person's driving it. It seems like it's got very light scratches, but nothing too major, nothing inconsistent with the age of the vehicle. Now, as you can see, it does have that tinted bonnet protector on the front. That is going to help prevent any stone chips from damaging the front of the vehicle, and it could also deflect the stones up the top. So 6 parking sensors. Now just next to the bottom at the bar there, you do note there is a little bit of fading. Now we're going to try our best to see what we can do to fix it up or clean it up for you when we send it in for a detail, but just so you are aware that that is on the vehicle as well. Now taking a look at that first rim, you got that 5-spoke design, pretty standard Holden rim, no damage on that rim whatsoever, and it still presents beautifully in that chrome finish. And it looks like we fitted some new tires onto this. Seems like it's got lots of tread on there, so some well treaded tires fitted onto the front of that car. Now coming across the side, being the VF, so you've got this cool vent here. Now it's not actually practical, just adds a little bit of character to the vehicle, and it does also have the indicator lamp fitted in there for you as well. Coming across to the driver's side door, side mirrors and door handles are color matched in this hot red. Does have this really light scuffing. I just removed the scuffing for you, so there you go, did you guys a favor. And on the side here is your little button for the central locking, so as long as you're within proximity of the car with the 2 keys that you have here, either one, you can open that car up. So pressing that, unlock the vehicle. Taking a look inside the car itself, now you do note that it does come with half leather, half suede seats. So you've got the leather bolsters on the outside and that suede finish on the inside. The suede is a lot more comfortable to sit on, doesn't get hot. I prefer it personally, and you've got that nice little carbon fiber like strip through the middle. It's not actual carbon fiber, but it just gives the effect. Beautiful carpet lining, still very clean, very neat. No damage or paint marks on the inside of that frame. Actually quite a nice car on the inside, and the door card also presents pretty well. It does have a few little scuff marks here. Might come off with a detail, looks like it'll wipe off, so don't stress too much about that. Very good condition vehicle. Now if I close this up, you can see there are also very minor scuffs just here. Again, they would possibly come off in the detail, but don't quote me on that. We'll get that all checked out for you. Looks like a little bit of fading at the top there and a bit of white markings here as well. But other than that, the actual paintwork is pretty good. The red still has a very strong look on it as well. It's not coming out pink or anything like that. Now taking a look at that second rim, that rim is also completely unmarked, no damage, and it looks like it's got those brand new tires fitted on there for you. Coming across to the tailgate of the vehicle, now we'll note that the car does come with these quad tip exhaust. They are an X4 system, so it probably does sound pretty good. Haven't turned it on yet. Does also come with the reverse parking sensors color matched to the vehicle and that tow bar, which looks like a genuine tow bar fitted. Reverse camera is mounted under the lip, and you've got this cool little boot lip spoiler, kind of lip on the tub liner on top. You've got all your chrome badging and everything on the car as well. So coming across to the side, coming across to the passenger side of the vehicle, looks like a little bit of scuffing there. Might have been, yeah, that's going to come off as well in a detail, so probably just a little bit of dust or powder picked up when it's gone in for a detail originally, but we are going to sort that out for you. Kind of taking a look at that third rim, just a little bit of marks or glue from when we put those tires on. So again, brand new tires on the back there. Those rims are also in excellent condition, and passenger side of the car is very clean, no damage whatsoever. I'm trying to be super picky for you here, but looks like no damage. You've got those same chrome vents here. Does have a little bit of that's just from the detailing. You can see it comes off pretty easily, so when we spray this car down, that'll actually go away. And that fourth and final rim, again, completely unmarked. So you've got this beautiful red car, all your parking sensors around, the reverse camera, bonnet protector, and you've got great rims, completely unmarked, no damage, which is key, and you've got 4 brand new tires fitted onto this vehicle for you. So what we're going to do now is actually pop the hood and take a look inside. Taking a look inside the engine bay of the SV6, so what we have here is Holden's 6-cylinder 3.6 litre petrol motor. Now you can see how nicely this engine bay has been laid out. Got your fuse box just on the side here. This is for your cooling. And on the right hand side here is for your wipers and washers, so make sure you don't get them mixed up. I mean, either one you can put water into, so it doesn't actually really matter, just don't put soap in there. And you've got your positive terminal for your battery, because your battery is actually located in the boot, in the back of this vehicle. So positive terminal there, and you can just mount your negative just over there. So nice setup in these engine bays. Now back to the motor. Like I said, it is a 6-cylinder 3.6 litre petrol motor. It does come fitted with a 6-speed automatic gearbox, so really nice, good amount of gears to move through. This car does have a 5-star ANCAP rating with 6 airbags for both the passengers in the car, which is great. And you've got a power output of 210 kilowatts with 350 newton meters of torque. So any kind of payload you're carrying around, carry it quite comfortably. Now this car is a 71 litre capacity for its fuel tank, and it does run in your regular 91 fuel. It does also use an E10 blend if you did want to. Now the fuel consumption is a combined fuel consumption of 9 liters per 100, or an average fuel distance of 789 kilometers off a full tank, but that is all dependent on how you drive this vehicle and what kind of weight you're carrying around. Taking a look inside the interior of the SV6, so I gotta say, it is actually a very neat interior. The previous owner has looked after it pretty well. He's been quite careful with the car and how he's owned it, really, because the car actually presents really well. Like little things like no fading, no marks or scratches or damage on the door cards and the trims. Very well looked after vehicle. So on the driver's side door, you do get your power window controls, both up and down. They are fully automatic up and down, which is good to know. The door cards on these cars are beautiful. You've got the carbon fiber plate, this like braided leather stitching, and you've got the leather down here. Just a lot of detail put into these door cards, and probably some of the nicest door cards on the market at the moment. Up here is your central locking, and next to that is a dial for your headlights. Now they do have an automatic system, so you can just leave it in auto. Car's going to sense when it actually needs to turn them on and when it needs to turn them off. Next to that is an illumination for your actual cluster. On the right hand side is your left and right indicator with your menu button. Now that menu button is actually for the display just here in your dash. That's going to give you a bit of information like your trip A, your trip B, your battery voltage, your fuel economy, little driver information. On the left hand side are your wipers and washers. Now the steering wheel is a very nice steering wheel. Again, like I said, very good condition. You've got that nice piano black gloss finish at the bottom there. All the leather is in excellent nick, no scratching or like pulls on it. Right hand side has your media controls, source and call, reject and mute, and left hand side are your cruise control settings. Now coming over to the entertainment system, just on the right of that is your engine stop start, being a keyless entry vehicle, and entertainment system is a fully functional touchscreen head unit. It does also come with the hard buttons below that, so you can use either one depending on what kind of person you prefer you are, but you've got your phone for your Bluetooth connect, you've got AM, FM radio, digital radio, Pandora, USB, which is everything pretty much that Holden has to offer in their vehicles. And you've got all your hard buttons below that. Hazards, nice and easy to access. You've got this beautiful carbon fiber plate all the way through the car. Pretty much goes across the whole dash of it, and down below that piano black gloss plate with your AC controls mounted in there. So you've got dual zone, driver and passenger have their own temperatures, and you can regulate it just with this. And you've got that little LED display to show you exactly what temperature it's on. All your hard buttons for your settings, a little bit of storage with a bit of grip at the bottom, and also 12-volt input. Now the gear shifter is a very nice gear shifter to actually use. If I bring that into reverse, you see that reverse camera that comes in the car. You can see the tow bar mounted just over there. It doesn't seem like it has a tongue, but you've got the tow bar there. Very clear view, and park assist is going to pull up the sonars depending on what you prefer and what you want to use. Now if I bring this down into drive and actually flick it to the left, that is going to engage the sports shift system. So that allows me to control the gears manually. If you want a little bit of extra control over the car, maybe you're going up a hill and need a bit more power, you can use that, or just leave it in drive. Behind that is your electric park brake. Just push that down to turn it off and pull it up to turn it on. On the left hand side is your stability control, your parking sensor button, you can turn them off, and also your auto parking system. So these cars can actually park themselves depending on how you want to set it up. You've got two cup holders and this nice center console armrest. Now in there is a USB input, a 12-volt socket, and this little thing here. Now that is actually for the key. So if one of these keys die, you've got a physical key to open the door, and you will also need to put the key into this little socket to turn the car on. That is so that the car can recognize that the key is actually in the vehicle. Otherwise, you can just keep it over here and turn it on, but that is only if the battery dies. Now get the camera person to pan around, and if you just see behind the driver's seat, there is actually a subwoofer fitted into this vehicle, which is good. Everyone likes a bit of music, and in a small cabin like this, I'm sure it's going to sound phenomenal. I'm not going to blast it though, because you probably won't get the full quality just through my mic, but great car. It has been neatly set up behind the seat. There's no random wires and cabling going everywhere. It doesn't look like it's been damaged during the installation of that, but it's very well and a good example of a nice clean SV6 ute. Now what we're going to do is jump outside and wrap up this video. Thank you very much for watching the walk around video on this 2015 MY16 SV6 VF Series 2 in a ute. Now as you can see, this is actually a beautiful car. It has been looked after really well previously. It's a clean example as well. There's no unnecessary modifications or damage on the car. It's got that subwoofer. It does have that hard lid on top. It does also come with the soft tonneau, which is inside there, and it also has that tub liner fitted, the plastic tub liner on the interior to protect the actual tray. So very nice car, very clean example. Now if you do have any additional questions, the number to dial is 99070555. Just before I go though, one thing you would want to highly consider, and probably I would highly recommend you take advantage of, is the glass coat and tinting. That is going to give you a lifetime warranty on this beautiful red paintwork. It's going to make it a lot easier for you to clean and maintain, and it's going to keep it looking this pristine for as long as you own it. And red can tend to fade into a pink, and these Commodores are pretty notorious for it, so I would highly recommend you do talk to us about those options if you do plan on keeping this car for a long time. That will also come packaged with some tinting in there for you, and that'll be the darkest legal tinting, which is going to have a lot of benefit for the two passengers in the vehicle, and especially if you're driving around a lot, you're going to want to make sure you take advantage of that. Now if you are looking at finance options, we do provide our own finance. Love to introduce you to our business managers, Julie and Mario, who show just how minimal adding these into your package will actually affect your payments. Now just before you go, make sure you jump onto Google and search up our Google reviews. With over 1,100 reviews and sitting at 4.8 stars, gives you the buyer the assurance that you're dealing with the right people and the right kind of business for a good quality vehicle. Now we do obviously offer contactless delivery, so make sure you grab a hold of these cars while you can, because they are flying out, but here you have a great example. So that number again is a 99070555. My name is Nathan, and thank you so much for watching.